This time in the garage I'm restoring the rear window vinyl that goes around the split window. Alright, so I removed the 3 vinyl strips that went around the split and the big piece on the bench that went below the split here. This one was falling off and they were all kind of peeling just because the glue was getting old, so now I'm going to scuff up this to get the rest of the glue off and any of the felt left behind from the backing of them, and then I'm probably going to touch up this black under here to scuff that up a little bit, respray it, and then re-glue those pieces of vinyl on. So I started off by sanding and prepping all the surfaces with 80 grit, and then I vacuumed all that up. And then I prepped underneath here. So I'm going to mask the rear windows, that way I don't get any paint overspray or any glue overspray, because I'm going to be spraying right on the edge of the windows. Alright, so I did the first coat of the black, which you're probably not going to be able to see. But I'll leave this masked up and I'll let this dry for a little bit. Then I'll spray on a second coat, let it dry probably for a few hours, and then I'll start laying the vinyl on there. But in the meantime, I can work on trimming up the vinyl on the dash and finishing that up. So to install the rear window vinyl, I'm going to use this interior spray adhesive from Corvette America. Here's the part number. And the reason why this stuff is awesome, not only does it spray really well and there's a lot in the can, but I don't know if you can see on here there's an L, M, and an H, so you can adjust the spray and it changes the fan. So on low you get a couple inch, maybe an inch pattern, and every time you step it up it makes the fan wider. It's still very thin spray, but it gets wider, which is awesome for doing the vinyl, especially the big piece at the back. You could turn it on high or medium and you could cover a lot more of the surface. So since the vinyl was already on the car, it already had the shape of the car, so I used this line here in the fiberglass on the window to seal it, to set it up this way, and then I used this other body line here to set it up and down, because there, I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. You can see there's a little ridge here, and that's from the steel trim that goes down here. So I wanted to make sure I lined that up right, that way you don't see an extra seam down below the trim. And for the back in the middle split, there are holes there for the trim screws to go through, so I just lined it up with those screws. So here's a quick update on the dash. It's all trimmed up. I installed the radio bezel and both of the brackets for the clock and the radio. I riveted those back on. It's all trimmed up, ready to go. We just have to get the bolts to go along the bird cage. Once we do that, then we'll mark and drill holes in the body and then bond the bottom on. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Check out the rest of the channel. We got a lot of great stuff going on with the split window. There's a whole restoration to keep track of, so make sure you don't miss any of that. And once again, guys, I appreciate you watching. Get out there, work on something, get your hands dirty. Remember, it's built, not bought.